Mark, when your dad called Seth and asked if a couple of your buddies would stand up here tonight and embarrass you. I think that's the word you used. Seth and I debated a long time. You know, my argument was, you're like this very sweet guy, never argue with anybody, just a truly great guy.
Are we talking about the same guy?
We've loved you as a friend for 20 plus years, and I really don't want to stand up here and belittle you and embarrass you and tell you stories about you that, you know, are going to make you uncomfortable.
There's a but coming up.
Yeah, but Seth convinced me that I needed to do it, so you're good.
Just remember who your friends are.
There's we have organized this around a few themes. So, chapter 1.
Yeah, my tape's only an hour and a half.
I think it was like 30 pages long.
We'll be ready for dessert here. Mark and sports is chapter 1.
That's a short chapter.
Eric, can I tell this one since the first time I met Mark was when he scored for the wrong team?
Thanks. Chapter 2.
Way to go, guys.
Those of us who know Mark know that he considers
Yeah, but I should be the one that said this.
Sports. Back in high school, Rob and I used to play on a synagogue youth basketball team. And one week, we were really short-staffed. Everybody was traveling, sick, whatever.
And short.
We start calling around, yeah, short as well, for an extra player. We called our Persian buddy Keon because he could pass as Jewish, and he frequently was a substitute for us. But we were really out of luck. So the conversation with Rob was kind of like,
Bottom of the barrel, we get the point. All right.
I want to hear the details.
the conversation was, does Mark play basketball? I don't know. All right, well, how bad could it be, right? So we bring him out. He pretty much rides the bench for most of the game because the guys that were there managed, something happened. He needed to come in near the end of a very close game, and right as he gets in, the ball gets passed to Mark. Miracle, he catches the ball. Dribbles twice, no problem. Turns, shoots, basket for the other team. So we have, the props are actually some gifts. This is a representative story of Mark and sports. So Lisa, based on that, we decided that you are going to be the person responsible for sports awareness and education in the family. You guys should choose to have kids in the future. This is just a start. We've got the Girlfriend's Guide to Football, the Women's Guide to Golf. You can call one of the uncles if you need some help. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Chapter 2 is Mark and driving. I don't know how many of you read the website, but for the wedding. But story 1, Mark was the first of all of us to get his driver's license, and calls me up. Got the license. I'm coming to get you. Turned to my mom, who's kind of a nervous Nelly. They were going to wait till I was 25 to get my license. I'm like, I got you beat. Mark's got his license. I'm out of here. See you. So he drives right over, shows up to my parents' house, knocks on the door. I'm like, all right, we're out of here. I jump in the car. My mom comes out to watch us drive off. She's practically crying already. Mark turns the steering wheel, hits the gas. 2 azalea bushes. It got better from there. I'm driving with Mark out to the beach for a weekend at the beach. We're just talking, having fun. There's some construction. The lanes are shifting. We get to the lane shifting, hit a little bump. All of a sudden, we're driving 55 miles an hour backwards. with the cars coming towards us. Hi. Then there was a time that Mark had to abandon his Toyota on the median in front of Seth's parents. Sorry, good correction. So
That was a great car.
Lisa, we've grown to love you. We want you to be around a long time. Travel safety kit. Comes with a safety flasher, flashlights, gloves, blankets. I also recommend keeping snacks in the car. Chapter 3. Mark's a lover, not a fighter. In all the years that I've been friends with Mark, I really cannot remember him getting angry at anybody. I really can't remember him being mad at me being mad at him. He's just a very good-natured person. Sometimes that's not that helpful, though.
That's not the punchline.
Like, for example, the weekend that Mark came to visit me up at college. Big Lehigh Lafayette football rivalry weekend.
That was you, not me.
No.
It was you, my friend.
Stayed over at my fraternity house, crashed on my couch, drank my beers, ate my food, hung out with all my fraternity brothers, made himself very comfortable with our hospitality. Then, the day of the big game, it's cold, it's wet, people have been maybe drinking a little bit, things like that.
Never.
At the end of the game, like a melee breaks out in our section that spills out onto the field, and people are brawling, and it's just not a good scene. And everybody that Mark's been hanging out with is involved in this little fracas. And about 5-10 minutes into it, I'm like, where's Mark? I don't see him. Is he okay? Did he get trampled? Did we get called paramedics? Turn around. Up in the stands, got his blanket and his sweatshirt. And this is a great game. This is better than the So Lisa, if you're ever down a dark alley and something bad happens, you want to. I'm not sure Mark is.
Did you get her gun? Nunchucks.
The rescue howler. You know this? I hear people will come for miles. And also Tybo video.
Nice.
So that's
Billy Blanks.
Mark's a lover, not a fighter. I'm here to tell you he's not a lover either. It's not to say that Mark didn't have girlfriends before Lisa came around. We didn't like any of them at all. It's just that he never really had much of a clue about what to do around women. Case in point. I know Mark knows.
This is downright mean.
You're loving every minute of it, huh?
Mark and our friend Rob and some of the buddies were at a bar in Fells Point, Baltimore.
Not family appropriate.
You knew this was coming. You knew this was coming.
Continue.
As the night progresses, and they were having some beverages, and night's going on, the bar's getting more crowded.
A lot of beverages. Many beverages.
All of a sudden, Mark feels a little pinch in the rear. And he turns around, he's assuming that it's one of the guys in the group that's just messing with him. But to his surprise, it was a girl that had pinched his butt. And I'm not sure if it was the shock of the assault on his physical person, or the fact that it was an attractive girl who pinched his butt. But he wanted to say something. He opened his mouth, threw up on her shoes. That flirtation did not continue.
I want to reinforce a lot of drinks that night.
So Lisa, I just have one suggestion for tomorrow night because it's a pretty important night.
Pinch his butt.
Non-alcoholic beer.
Nice. Nice.